Hi everybody, welcome back. Still Thursday, January the 7th, and this is the second video dealing with chapter 6, and that is the chapter on memos or memorandums, emails, and routine messages. So in the first video, everybody, we talked about memos or memorandums. I'll be calling them memos from now on. It's a specially formatted document sent to readers, typically within an organization. Okay, and you're using that format to share some information, data gathering tools. It can be an aid to problem solving, records of actions or decisions, that sort of thing. Typically is formatted into what we call a memo and shared within that organization. We talked a little bit about in the first video the three sort of main components of a memo, and that is your body or your main three parts of it are the opening, okay, the body, and then the closing. And that is very similar to any sort of written document that you're doing. So your APA style papers, research papers. Remember, we talked about that a little bit in COM 140 with that opening, the body, and then the closing. Same sort of ideals when we talk about formatting and putting together the organization of a memo. Okay, so we talked a little bit about formatting lists before with that horizontal option or the vertical option, sort of that up and down, which is the one that you would use if you were going to be listing sort of 7 or 8 points within that body of your memo. And it's also more visually appealing. The impact is there for the reader. Your eyes are drawn right to the message that you're conveying. So definitely a better way of putting the information on that memo. What I want to talk to you now about in this second video is I want to talk to you about emails. And the textbook on page 189 right off the bat says that few technologies have ever had the impact on business as what email has had. Okay, so page 189. So let's talk a little bit about email, everybody. I want to bring your attention or ask of you that when you are emailing me, your instructor, or you're emailing anybody else within this department, that you please take care and note what we're going to be talking about here with emails, because a lot of the emails that I get from students really need to be addressed. You need to spend more time thinking about the message that you're trying to convey, your greetings that you're using. You need to show a level of formal to your instructors, pardon me. So things to keep in mind. So let's first of all talk about what are some of the advantages and disadvantages of using email today, especially within that business environment. So when we're talking about it, advantages, everybody, of course, we know that emails are very quick. They're quick production, they're quick transmission. You sit down at your computer, you type it out, you hit send, and it's gone. Okay, nowhere are you going to get anything quite as quick as that in the delivery of the message that you're trying to get across. Of course, they're not public typically. Okay, it can foster collaboration within the organization. But what are some of the disadvantages of email today in the business world? They can be forwarded easily. So I could send an email to person A, and that person could send that on to person B, and so forth and so on down the line. It can include compromising information in emails. You have to be very careful with what it is that you are sending. And another disadvantage, but also maybe an advantage, is that you have that easy access, and it can extend your workday to 24 hours. So typically now it's not just that 9 to 5 anymore. You can go in, you can access your email, which can be an advantage, but it can also be a disadvantage too. Okay, so you've got to remember and maybe realize where you need to draw the line when it comes to accessing those emails that you are receiving. Some of the guidelines, everybody, let's take a few minutes and take a look at these, please, when we're talking about generality. So the general email guidelines, everybody, what are some of them? And they start them on page 190. Carrying on to page 191. Okay, so keep it brief. A short message in an email is more likely to be read than something that's very cumbersome and long. Okay. Long messages, they tend to be skimmed or simply forgotten, right? I don't have time in my life to sit down and take a look at these really long emails. So everybody, keep it brief. Remember, second guideline, remember that email is not your only option. Okay, and I think we've lost this a little bit today in today's world where we need to maybe strive for a balance between technology and human contact. And I would argue as a communications instructor that we have lost that human contact, that ability to talk to people face to face. Okay, so we need to sort of strive for a balance. Yes, technology is great, but let us not forget that there are people sitting at the opposite end of the computer receiving your email, and it's nice to go up and talk to them and share your thoughts with them. Okay, match the situation to the correct communication channel. Should the information that you are getting ready to send via email, should it be sent via email? Is that your only option? Is that your best option? Okay. Or does it require something else? So make sure that you match that situation of the email to the correct communication channel. The third guideline that the textbook has brought forth is composing crucial messages offline. Okay, something that is a very crucial, very important. This allows you as the writer, okay, to review that message and reduce the chance that they will be lost after technical issues. Okay, so composing that message, that crucial message offline allows you to be able to review it, check it for spelling and grammar. If this is your first semester with me, you will hear me say this a lot. Checking spelling, grammar, proofreading, okay, any sort of document that you are getting ready to send out. Following organizational rules for email is the next guideline that they bring up. Some companies, depending on who you're working for, have standardized procedures for email. Okay, so make sure that you are following the organization or company's rules for email. And of course, the most important one, and sometimes the one that maybe we forget, is that not to use company emails for personal communication. It sounds pretty straightforward, and yeah, we should know that, but sometimes we forget that. So we need to keep that in mind. Carrying on with more general guidelines when you're getting ready to write the emails. You want to aim for a balance of speed and accuracy. Okay, and here we go again, everybody. Ensure that you spell check your software that you're using is set to the correct language. Okay, review your messages, everybody, to catch those errors before you hit send, because generally speaking, once you hit send, that message is gone. Okay, and that message, if it is not spell checked, proofread, okay, and it has some sort of grammatical issues in it, reflects poorly not only on yourself, but also on the organization that you represent. Okay, so you need to make sure that you proofread for spelling and grammar. And this is not the first time in this semester that you're going to hear me say that. Okay, keep your messages professional, everybody. You are working for an organization. Limit your use of emoticons, emojis, unless they pertain to maybe the company that you're working for, the person that you're communicating with. Okay, a simple please and thank you goes a long way in an email today. Okay, so make sure that you keep that in mind. A few other things that they talk about here. Understand, everybody, please understand that the email that you send is not guaranteed to be private. Okay, even deleted emails can be retrieved. Okay, somebody somewhere will be able to find that email. Don't write anything in an email that you wouldn't want published in the company newsletter. Okay, great words there. Don't write angry. Okay, a lot of us need that sort of time to kind of cool down and maybe reflect a little bit. Don't send unnecessary messages. I don't have time. The CEO of a company does not have time, okay, to be going through emails and determining at the end of it that really maybe it was an unnecessary an unnecessary email. Protect yourself and the company that you are working for, everybody. That is crucial when we're talking about emails. Okay. And then the textbook goes on to talk about reading and processing of incoming messages. Okay. So these are messages that are coming into me. Okay. Schedule a time for email. I can tell you in my email right now, I've probably got 300 emails in there. So I need to schedule a time where I can go every day into my emails, see what's new, and action them. So time management is very important. Clean out that inbox regularly, scan new messages in the inbox, file your messages if you need to. So it's all about keeping it clean. And being able to go in and process those emails when they come in. And when you start working for a company or organization, it is amazing how all of a sudden you can have basically 300 emails in your inbox that need to be actioned. Okay. When you're getting ready to format and write your email, everybody, on page 193, please, oh my God, please make sure that you type the email address correctly. Because if you don't, the person ain't going to get it and it's not going to be actioned. Okay, and then you're going to wonder, why is that person not responded? So please make sure that you type that email address correctly. Compose in the subject line. Tell me as the reader what it is that your email is in regards to. Okay, be specific. If action is needed, let me know that. Okay, emails without subject lines are probably going to be deleted without being read, everybody. So make sure that you let the reader know why you are emailing them. Okay, you want to make sure that you design those messages for clarity and readability. Okay, again, that whole proofreading thing, using headings. Do not write your messages in all caps. I had one of those done last semester in another class where a student did his email in all caps. It was in green font. I'm like, okay, I don't know why you chose to do that, but I'm sending it back to you. I will not even respond and answer any of your questions, because that to me is just, you're writing in anger. There's some sort of issue going on there. So don't write in all caps. Use headings. Break up your text, make it easy for me to read and understand why you are communicating with me. Keep paragraphs and your sentences short, everybody. Okay, we talk about that a lot in business writing, right? Keeping it short, keeping your paragraphs and sentences short, okay? Makes it easier for me to be able to read what it is that you are trying to communicate. Okay. Formatting and writing emails. Again, the textbook talks about that. Page 193, 194. Use appropriate greetings. Hello, Linda goes a long way in an email. Please, when you are emailing me, do not go, hey, Linda, H-E-Y. No. Do not do that with me. I cannot stand that. That to me lacks in professionalism, and I have a really hard time responding back to that. So if you are looking for the best reaction from me, hello, Linda goes a long way. Hello, Linda Tooth, Miss Tooth, however you want to put it. Get to the point. Sign off with a complimentary close. Use common sense. Rules for attachments. Okay, these are all things that are listed in your textbook. Okay, this is video number 2. I will be back with video number 3 here very shortly. Again, 15 minutes. If you need to go to the washroom, go get a coffee, do whatever you need to do. This video will be available for you to view throughout. So I will be back with video number 3. Thank you.